Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I got something nice for you today. If you got loved ones, pay attention. This is important. Parenting skills going to be put to the test today. All right, let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do now. Right? Thinking. Mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through a mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where I'm going with this? See where we're going? Let's get there together. So the question I ask you, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I bring to you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. Add to my yacht. Be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about what I think is a dying art. Parenting. Real parenting is what? Love and discipline. A lot of parents have love, but they fall a little short on the discipline. You see there's a little imbalance there? That never works. Okay, the scales should be balanced in both areas, love and discipline. With lack of one or the other, it's not going to work. Simple as that. That's a fact of life. So let's talk about it. Love, discipline. If you united with love and discipline. If you unite discipline with love, that's the remedy to get what? Children to be ready for the world. We love them and we discipline them to send them out in the world. That's my formula. So let me share with y'all right quick. I'm gonna get this lesson out of the way. I got some things to do this morning. I'm looking at the clock. Go vote. Well, this will be after that, so we won! How about that? Premature election victory. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Now that we got what we want, what we going to do with it? That's the next lesson. I got you. So let's go. Now, I remember, like it was yesterday, my dad beating the brakes off my ass. Okay. Start from the beginning. I was in a stolen car. I was in the back. I was running with a bad crowd. How about that? I was doing dumb stuff. And I guess my no man had just got fed up. When the stolen car stuff happened, he said, no, that's it. Man, he went to work. I'll never forget that whooping. Why? We didn't do that no more. Okay? So that's a lesson learned. Again, yeah, he kept just talking to me, just, letting me go by. I'd have kept on pushing. I'd have kept on doing. I'm going to end up in a youth house anyway. Okay? The things I was doing were going to land me in jail. As a young kid, my man tried to prevent that, so he did what he had to do, okay? But when he did it, after he did it, it still freaks me out because I did the same thing. He sat there and cried like a baby. I'm sitting there saying, dude, you the one, I'm all welted up. You ain't, but you gonna cry? I couldn't understand it. I didn't speak to my man for 6 months. So yeah, I take it being mistreated real serious. So yeah, and guess what happened? Lo and behold, when the mic go around, my son was in 3rd grade. I remember beating Fathead, that's my son's nickname. I beat his ass because he lied to me. He deceived me. I didn't like that as a parent. I let him know we're not going to do this. And I beat the brakes off of him, and he got the message. And after I did that, we sat and cried, and I let him know we can't continue like this. We need to be able to communicate like this. No more problems. So parents, trust me, I'm not speaking from what somebody told me. I'm speaking from experience like I always do. And this is what I can tell you for sure. If you spare the rod, you don't discipline your child because you love them. I got a perfect example. I got a son. When he was 6 years old, his mother called and told me what he did. I told her what to do in response. Discipline. She didn't do that. 6 years later, she called me with the same problem. I said, bye-bye. Okay, why? I told you what to do 6 years ago. Moving on. If you give somebody life advice and they don't use it, that's not your fault. It wasn't bad advice. They just didn't use it. Moving on. As a teacher, I pride myself on giving you something that you can use. I never put my hands on my son after that. We didn't have that problem of him deceiving me, lying to me. We was, from that point on. See, that's the difference. When you have a father and a son that don't get along, somebody didn't do their job. I'll leave that there. My mother, oh yeah, trust me. See, I didn't come up in a single parent home where I had no father. No, I had a father, okay, a man, okay. But my mother, woo-wee, she loved me. Oh yeah, she loved me so much that every time I broke the rule, she made sure I was punished. That's love. If I tell you to be in here at a certain time, your ass should be here at that time. If not, it's on my time now. I learned that early in life. I was a habitual curfew breaker. Doing stuff that I wanted to do. Okay, and every time you did that, there's a price to pay. So I learned early in life about the consequences of my actions. Okay, trust me. And my mom loved me. And every time I broke the rule, she let the hammer down. She didn't care. My mom was a loving disciplinarian. She loved to discipline you. Why? I love you, but I'm not gonna let you wild out. You're not gonna. Back when I was coming up, my parents said, "Don't embarrass me." You represent your parents, and all our children should. And depending on how that child was, 9 out of 10. And we didn't even think about the psychological or the breakdown of my man, the shrinks tell us about now. The first 7 years of your life, you learn your environment. So we all are products of our environment. Some bad, some good. But we're still products because what? That's what's around us. It's a simple fact. Moving on. All right. But to discipline me showed me what? That you love me. And vice versa. If you love me, you discipline me. Don't let love take away what you need to do. Why? It's going to come back, and bite you in the tuchus. They're going to have problems. Why? Because you didn't do your job. Parents, take responsibility for your child. I remember back in the day, if a child broke a mirror or broke a window, the parent was responsible. Them days is gone. But again, now I held my son accountable to what? Conduct himself accordingly, a.k.a. I taught him to acquiesce at an early age. Parents, that's part of parenting. And it worked out for me. Why? Because when someone babysitted my son, watched my son did a favor for me, whatever, most of your family members, somebody close I trusted, okay, and they all said the same thing. He's so well-mannered. My response is, he better be. Why? Don't embarrass me. If I got to come back and hear about, man, I'm wearing you out. And my son knew that. So we didn't have that problem. If somebody knows something beforehand and they still do it, they deserve to get what they get. Bottom line, my mother told me, be here such and such time. I don't care what you're doing out there, but you just had your ass back here. I got caught up when I was doing, when I got late. Don't worry. What I tell you, we ain't going to have, you'll be here. So a punishment, that was the response, that was the consequence of my actions from my own self. She didn't give her 2 craps, okay? She had a rule, that was it. And young people, you get 14 and 15, you think you're feeling yourself. That's the age where parents need to have done their job 10 years ago. It's hard to beat a disciplined 16, 17-year-old kid who feeling himself. Oh, that's a problem. Now you got to get the law involved, mostly. But when I was coming up, we didn't need the law. Moving on. If you think discipline your child means you don't love it, then you are just wrong. I know I got a couple. They are the lovingest parents. I love that. But they don't have the idea of discipline. So it's love up here, discipline down here. No, excuse me, this way. Ain't no discipline being, and that's never good for who? The child. Simple. Well, I'll get to that point. Just a quick lesson about parenting. Remember, I was a parent, single, okay? When I was doing it, it wasn't fashionable for a man to raise his child. Whoa. Courtship of Eddie Fathers, good TV show. Taught life lessons. Again, love, love without discipline, you will have fetters. Remember fetters, self-inflicted problems of the ego? Same thing. As a parent, if you don't do your job, you're going to have the child have problems that you're going to have to deal with. Simple as that. Take care of that. Why? Because there's no discipline. There's no order. It's going to be problems. That's why. When the person know the rules, hold them accountable to abide by the rules. You set rules in the house, I thought everybody had rules. I went to some people's house, man, it was just a free fall. And all my friends I grew up with, who house lack of discipline, where we just hung out, we just wild out, their life didn't end too well. Moving on. I'm just saying, again, experience. I told my son, I love you, so I have to. I said, I got to do this. Why? This is my job. As a father, I got to put you in check. If not, they're going to have you in prison. See, parents, if you got young men that's not following your rules, not being disciplined, they're going to end up in prison. Simple as that. That's what they're for all those people. And when you love you, I have to discipline you. Okay? That's for your own good. Why? You thank me later. Now, every Father's Day card, thanks for being you. Yeah, see, they appreciate it. Okay, trust me. Parenting, when your kids realize you did a good job, they will always reward you and remind you for what you did on your day, Mother's or Father's Day. I get big Father's Day. I love discipline, period. Why? It works. Simple as that. Simple as that. Well, if you put your children in check, at home, when y'all go out and about, they'll be in check too. I keep telling you, when I'm out and about in the public, I see kids just go ballistic. I freaks out. Why? Man, that wasn't that. Again, no discipline. Moving on. If you think lack of knowledge is hurting us, I got another one for you. Lack of knowledge is the left hand. Lack of discipline is the right hand. So we get slapped with both of them. We can't get out our own way, so to speak. But I love young people. I love children. And most of them love them. Why? Because they can feel the sense. When a kid don't want to come to you, you should take it personal. I've yet to have a baby shun away. When they hold it to me, I'll appreciate them. If they come, I'll take them. I don't have a problem with that. Okay? I see a lot of babies don't come to people. And I be trying to tell them, yeah, that's your juju. You got bad juju. Kids are innocent, but they can sense evil. Simple. Moving on. Kids aren't born bad. They're not born sinners. No, they are innocent. Their environment, they're going to adapt to the environment. You in a good environment, they'll be, thank you. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Yeah, no, huh? What? Simple. The environment that they in. If your kids talk to you like you one of their friends, they're not disciplined, and it's your fault. A good child is what? A well-disciplined child. When early in life, if you get them early, they learn what you teach them. I get excited. It's real easy, but they make it hard. Why? I just love them. She just make. But when they wrong, you need to put them in check. That's all it is. And when they're young, it's easier. Tap, tap, tap. No. I got cats that understand yes or no. Come on, man. It ain't that hard. And when you do it early in life, it will what? Last them the rest of their life. If they don't get it early, we know the rest. If you don't discipline your child, every parent responsible for what's theirs at home. And then at home is when the training starts. That's when it is. Early in life, you will have what? Trouble later. If you don't put the rules in effect, if you don't hold them accountable to follow them, you're going to have problems. You're setting yourself up for problems. Why? They're going to do stuff that they think or they want, and they're young. They don't know. And since you ain't putting them on the right path, you're going to have to deal with their issues. If you don't, excuse me, discipline your child, the world will. That's what we got prisons for. And we got more prisons now than we got goddamn it universities and colleges of education. Think about that. It's more prisons than universities, institutions of learning. We might be just turning prison into colleges. They spend more time in them damn things than they do in the damn school. But in prison, you can't exercise your right for what you learn or what you're doing while you're behind bars. That's not the place to do it in. I've been there too, done that too. Okay, so again, fully understand. And if you don't do your job, they're going to end up there. All right. Again, if you don't, okay, yeah, right here, right there. Sparing the discipline, aka the rod, will what? Spoil a child. That's not good. And anybody who does that, you're setting your child up for failure. You did that. It's not written, excuse me, is it not written in your Bible, that book y'all love so much? It tells you in life, spare the rod, you spoil your child. That means if you don't check it, it's going to go bad. Simple as that, okay? 90% of prison inmates had what? They grew up with what? Lack of discipline. We ain't gonna get into the knowledge, but with no discipline, this is where they end up. Why? Now they got discipline. They be on a regimen, they be on a schedule, and they would be what? Locked down. That's not freedom. If everybody in prison there because what? They wasn't disciplined well. Like I said, early in life, at home. Simple. Moving on. You say, so you're saying it's the lack of discipline that causes bad people to do bad, evil things? Yeah. Yeah, why? They didn't start out that way. They grew into that. Okay, it's learning behavior. Moving on. Just like doing good. We ain't born good. No, we got to learn to do good. Why? Somebody's going to set the example. Parents, mother and father. See, we done took being a single parent like it's normal. Hell no. I'm going to get into that argument, but that pisses me off. Why? Y'all think it's normal. No, normal is mom and dad. Being mom and dad ain't normal. That's the situation we're thrusting in because society wants it that way. Ain't y'all started figuring that out yet? I guess not, but moving on. Another issue. We need to take control of us. Stop letting them dictate. Give me lessons about that right now. Knowing thyself is the important thing. Why? You see, trust me, if you don't know yourself, then you figure it out. Now, a well-disciplined person will what? Will not put themselves in bad situations. Sell drugs, run numbers, feel me going with that. So we wasn't all well-disciplined, obviously, early in life. So we learned what? The old-fashioned way. Trial and error. You do this, that's going to happen. Cause and effect. Excuse me, last one, wrapping it up. Discipline is what some call tough love. I call it real love. If I'm not disciplining you, I must don't love you. I only gonna discipline those I love. Why? If I care about you, I'm trying to help you out. That's why. That's why when I grew up, it was a village that took care of all the children. The lady down the street, the man across the street. We knew each other from end to end. That don't happen today. And that was a community. Why? That one block, my little one block, clean, safe, simple as that. And now caught up my block. Why? I ran it that way. I controlled it. I manipulated everything so that we can be safe in our own environment. And we were. And we all made money and prospered. Selling drugs. Just saying, 40 years ago. Moving on. Now I'm trying to get us to be better people. No drugs. All right. If discipline is tough love, yeah, say hi to the tough guy. Why? If I love you, I'm going to be on you. I'm going to be on you. Why? I want the best for you. I'm Uncle Mark. I want the best. All my nieces and nephews, I've never gave them or did anything harm to them. I mean, people can say that. And these ain't my kids. No, I just adopted them. Why? The family environment. You don't get to pick your family, but you get to pick your friends. Okay, moving on. If I discipline you from whatever in your life with advice, it's only because I love you. I care about you. If I didn't care about you, I don't care what you do, how you doing, what you're doing. If I'm asking how you doing, what's going on in your life, that means I'm concerned. I care. Moving on. I show my love. Again, I got a problem with that. It's honest and pure. So I'm gonna be the same dude. Moving on. I show my love and what? My discipline. I'm not gonna allow no child to just wild to do. No, I ain't that one. They ain't gonna like me. He want me to stop. Yeah, if it's not right, I'm gonna check you. Simple as that. And when you're good, I will reward you and accommodate you. But if you're bad, I gotta check you. And if I can't check you, I'm moving on. Why? I ain't doing that. Why? I'm only doing it out of love. Simple. Moving on. If I don't try to advise you or discipline you, that means I got no love for you. That's on you. I don't dictate that. You do. Last one. I discipline all that I love. Okay? What I do, I discipline all that I love. It's what I do. I love you. That's what right thing philosophy would teach you to do also. Know thyself and love others. But discipline is a must. That's the lesson. Hope you got it. In closing, right thinkers. May y'all let it be 100, me 100 miles a day. So I never know that my right thinkers, well disciplined, has passed away. I'll be back.